This year, more than any other year, the athletes, the women on the team, have really taken the bull by the horn, and they're the ones that are driving the force as far as like being competitive, coming out every day, showing up. And so they, we were in a couple close games last year with overtime losses, or maybe an overtime win, and they kind of came out of last season realizing that those are wins for us, and so they've taken the steps in the off season, in the summer, in the fall, to make them wins. And I think that's kind of what's driving us right now.
I think it's just our desire and determination. I think we really do want it, and we kind of want to prove ourselves, and so we just keep improving every year.
One thing that we have ahead of some other teams in the league is that we're just a group of hustlers. The girls rush after every ground ball, and they're getting after it every game. In practice is where it all starts.
Push it, Juice! You got me out, Bo? Hit me. One more.
I think it's a different perspective, like from past years. Like this year, we know we can win. We know we have the skills and the kids on the team that can get it done. And so instead of going into the attitude that we want to play with these teams, we're going into it like we can win every game.
Well, what really keeps us going is practicing well, and we have a brand new team this year. I mean, we have a lot of new players that brought a lot to us, so that's helped us kind of start over, and we're not really looking into what happened last year. We're kind of starting from a new slate, and it's really worked for us. We've learned how to motivate ourselves a little bit better than we did last year. So.
Well, they're always feeling good about themselves before the games, but especially when you play a team like Nazareth, who's ranked nationally, and taking them to a game the way we did was just a special feeling for them. Letting them know they can play with these teams, and that they can win these games.
I mean, it definitely boosts our confidence. Makes us know that when we go into other games that are going to be just as tight, maybe even harder, that we can stick with it and we should come out with a win.
Confidence in ourselves is the biggest thing for us. We need, to believe we can win is the biggest challenge we have. So a win over Nazareth, ranked teams, is always good for morale.
From the get-go, driven from the women and myself, we've said, let's go to Liberty League Conference playoffs. Let's go, and it's going to take one game at a time. So our expectations are to be in the top 4 and to compete for the top spot once we do get into the conference.
Definitely Liberty Leagues, That's our main goal every single day. We have it written on the whiteboard in the locker room. We can't take any team for granted. We can't take any kind of even a two-goal lead, 4-goal lead, can't take anything for granted.
Well, we expect to win. Just every game, that's our attitude going in.
I mean, they're going to be tough games. Every game's going to be tough. We have tough schedules, I think. Yeah. I've looked up every team, and nobody looks weak, so it's going to be tough. We're going to have to hang in there for all of them, but we're ready.
We want to win. We definitely want to win. We've all been thinking about it all this week, and we just want to go show everyone that, we definitely are a team that people should think about.
My senior captains, and Tracy Breslin is also a junior. It's invaluable. A lot of it is because of their experience where they've been as freshmen and sophomores and kind of being, in the last 4 years in their career here, we've done a complete about-face. And so they know what it was like, and they know the leadership it's going to take them a step further. And more than just the leadership on the field, they've been amazing off the field and making sure that the freshmen are brought along and they don't feel ostracized. And, they're just one of the gang. We kind of eliminate the class lines on a lot of levels. And it's because of them, because they put it out there.
Just really trying to be that positive force for the team and keeping everyone on the same page.
They really look up to us, and we kind of show them the way. So it's definitely something that we take pride in.
I think we're coming along quite well. We're chugging along. From a coaching standpoint, you always want to see bigger and better and faster and more crisp, but I can't really complain right now.
I mean, it's difficult for other teams to know who our top players are going to be that day. We have a tremendous amount of athletes on this team and girls who can score. A lot of the games you'll look at our stat sheets and we have 6 different scorers. That really is a statement to what RPI Lacrosse is all about. We like to try to make it a team effort, and these girls do a great job of sharing the ball and making sure that we're getting the best looks at the cage and not just relying on a couple of players. We rely on everybody, and everybody's a key factor in those games.
Because we don't have one key player, so I mean, we're all threats on the field, and for us, that's a good thing, because if one person is having an off day, then somebody else picks up the slack. So I think it must be real tough for other teams to kind of prepare to see what we're going to do.
Pretty excited about it because in past, it's always been a couple kids,
people, yeah.
But having that many people that can score and that you can go to and you're not afraid to pass to, it's really cool.
We really try to emphasize that every game is as important as the next. There's no one game that's better than another. I think some of them will say, it's upsetting that the ranked teams that makes it so much fun, but really, on any given day, any RPI team that I have could show up, if they're playing down, if they're playing up. So we prepare in the same way for every team to the best of our ability, and there's always, the rival and a little bit of standard where you kind of show up a little bit more for some of those bigger teams.
All the games are really close, all the teams are really tight. That's just the nature of the Liberty League and a lot of the other teams that we play. So really it just comes down to good game time decisions and hard work.
Game days and practice, I guess. Being in the locker room, we never had a locker room before.
Right.
We had to run up here all separate, and now it helps with unity and camaraderie and all of that, and getting ourselves jazzed up for right before the game. So that's helpful.
We love ECAP. I love ECAP, especially after we didn't even have a locker room in the past, and having that to go to and pre-game, play music and get excited. It's really nice.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
How's the locker room?
It's great. I don't the freshmen probably don't even appreciate it as much
Right.
as they should, but we love it. Yeah.
We spend a lot of time in the locker room before games, just kind of screwing around, playing games, listening to music. There's throw balls around.
Cav is awesome. Love the locker room.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a place where we can kind of talk before practice. Everybody gets on the same page, can put their school stuff aside and kind of get focused, and I think it's really helped us a lot, kind of bond as a team and come out cohesive. So it's definitely worked in our favor.
It's awesome. It's wonderful. Having the cage and having our locker room right there, right next to the field it's so much more convenient than it was before.
It's just nice to go in there, hang out. No, it makes you feel more important, like you're part of something bigger.
From the standpoint of the current team, they have a locker room, full laundry facilities, they have the weight room, an amazing state-of-the-art training room, and they're starting to feel like they've got something going on, and we also realize that, it's not a given that we have to earn this privilege to be here in this facility. So for them, it's something special. It gives us a place to bond and be together and kind of develop our program. On the other side of things, for the recruiting standpoint, it's good when you're bringing recruits' parents around and they want to come back to college because they're so impressed. There's not too many schools in this area or in the Northeast, for that matter, that can compete with what we have. And hopefully it'll, with the recruits and with the current team, just lend itself to making us better and better.